We're going to start like any other yoga practice session by coming to a comfortable seat and allowing your whole foundation to settle down to the earth. You can take an inhale and breathe in deeply through the nose, lengthen the spine a little bit, soften the belly, and exhale through the nose to let it all go. And just continue here, inhaling, rising some energy up through the spine, and then exhaling and allowing all the excited energy of the day to just settle back down. Coming out from the whirlwind of thoughts above your head and down into your body. Keep breathing, inhaling in through the nose and allowing every ounce of stale air to leave the body with your exhale. The thoughts will inevitably come in. It's impossible to turn your brain off, but when they do, you gently thank them for showing up and send them on their way. You'll get to them later. Anything that's important will absolutely come up again. And when you're ready, you can start to move the legs a little bit. You're going to come onto the hands and the knees into a tabletop position. So the palms are right under the shoulders and the knees are right under the hip joints, and you have a nice long flat back. And then you're going to move into cat-cow. So you inhale, drawing the gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, let the crown of the head move down and arch the back, let the belly button move in. Inhaling for cow, letting the belly button drop down, and exhaling for cat, letting the navel move in and the back of the neck open. You can come to a flat back, and you can actually turn the palms around so the fingertips are pointing towards the knees, just to give yourself a little wrist stretch. We use our hands and our fingers all day, so we need to give them a little oppositional break. Take any little movements that the body is asking for. If you feel like you want a few more cat-cows, if you feel like you need to rock forward and back to get that extra opening in the wrists, listen to your body. Come back to your breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. We'll take our hip circles now, so you can send your hips out to one direction, then back towards the feet and around. You can send that hip circle the other direction. Waking up the hip joints a bit, just preparing for the mobility for the rest of our poses. We're going to settle the hips all the way back and down, and then let the heart and the chest settle down as well. Extend the arms forward for your child's pose. And breathe deeply into the back body. See if you can take a deep inhale that is expanding into the mid section of your back, where your heart resides. Coming back to a place of calm and peace, joy and compassion at the end of your day. Keep breathing. If you'd like, you can use an exhale to allow the hips to settle back a little bit further. And when you're ready, you'll come back to tabletop position. You're going to thread the needle. So you're going to plant one hand, reach up with the opposite hand, and then scoop the lifted hand under the opposite armpit, extend the other hand forward. And you're going to let that shoulder blade open. We're going to take the other side of thread the needle. Again, reach up, scoop that arm right under the opposite armpit, and breathe into that shoulder blade. We're going to release the shoulders before bed that have inevitably been creeping up towards our ears throughout the day. Come back to your breath. Make your way back to a tabletop, hands and knees, nice flat back. You're going to lower all the way down to the belly, bending into the elbows. And just release the front of the hips down to the earth. Bend into the elbows, take the forearms down to the mat. The elbows are directly under the shoulder joints. Just open the heart and breathe into this lifted chest. This is your Sphinx pose. Take an inhale, fill up the heart, and with your exhale, you can lower down. You're going to inhale back up to a tabletop and then exhale back to child's pose. Inhale, tabletop, lower down, exhale. Inhale, lift up for a baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale for tabletop and exhale back to child's pose. Inhale to tabletop, lower down, exhale. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower down, and come back to child's pose. One more round here. Make it your own. Stay with your breath. Listen to your body. Any adjustments that it's asking for, please do honor those requests. From our child's pose, we're going to walk our hands over to one side and get a nice side body opening in that reclined position. See if you can walk the fingertips all the way out in that direction. And when you're ready, you can walk the hands out the other way. Come on back to your tabletop, hands in the knees. You're going to come right onto the knees. So lifting up the spine, reach up, take an inhale. You're going to let one hand relax down your side, reach up at the opposite fingertips and take a side body stretch. We'll do this on both sides. Only come into this. Listen to your body and stay with your breath. So you're going to bend into the knees and come into a hero pose with the lower legs tucked under the seat. Then windmill the hands behind your low back, interlace the fingers and open the chest. Take a big inhale into the heart space. Soften the neck and soften the gaze out in front of you. Breathe into your heart, and then with your exhale, you can release your fingers, roll out your wrists. You're going to take the hands behind you once again, turn the palms around, point the fingertips towards the seat, and let yourself settle back, opening the heart space for just a moment and taking a big breath. You also have the option to come into a modified camel. So you'll tuck the toes under and lift the heels, and then the hips and the heart lift up towards the ceiling. And if you want to take full camel, you'll untuck the toes, connect the hands to the heels, and open the heart and the throat to the ceiling above you. Really mindfully come out of this when you're ready, as to not upset the low back. Take a little bit of a shift in your hips just to reset before coming all the way down onto your seat. So you're going to come into butterfly pose and bring the soles of the feet together. Let the inner thighs move away from each other. Just be sure as well that your seat, your foundation under your sits bones, is very relaxed to the ground before you fold forward. And however deeply you're folding, based on your own tension level in your body, is completely fine. Make this your own. And breathe. Maybe you want to walk the hands forward a little bit. Find again what feels good for your body. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Walk the hands in, start to lift the spine up. You can extend the legs and then slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest, maybe roll out the ankles a bit. Shift the weight in the hips, one side to the other. Just carve out a little space for your low back into the ground beneath you. Just really allow your body to start to really submit to the ground. You're going to take a reclined pigeon. So you're going to take one ankle to the top of the opposite knee, creating this like figure 4 position. Then you can reach through and either take hold of the hamstring or the front of the shin. See if you can leverage that pressure a little bit to open the opposite hip. You're going to feel that deep opening in all the connective tissue in the hip joint where we carry tons of stress. And then you'll just take the hips all over to one side for a supine twist. So both knees draw over to one side. We're going to try to keep our shoulder blades on the ground. And we're going to reach out in the opposite direction, maybe even send your gaze the other direction so that you can complete your twist and keep breathing. You're going to feel this in your low back. Take the knees in towards the chest. You can even settle the feet down, bending into the knees for a moment just to reset here. When you're ready, you'll take hold of the knees again, take the opposite side of your reclined pigeon. So the ankle on the top of the opposite knee. And you can draw in the other leg and get that nice deep hip opening. You'll want to mindfully release from your reclined pigeon and then just really slowly let the knees both relax off to the side. You're going to reach out in the opposite direction. Maybe send your gaze that way so you can complete your twist. Take the knees back into the chest. Maybe roll out your ankles a little bit. Again, listen to your body. What does it need right now? Do we want to extend our feet up to the ceiling? The hips might not allow for a direct extension all the way up, and that's fine. Maybe point and flex the feet. See how that feels for the rest of the legs. And slowly, gracefully let your legs just relax down to the earth. Hug your shoulders in. So cross the arms across the front of the chest. Hug the shoulders inward. Give yourself a really tight squeeze so you can let the upper body relax completely down to the earth. Any little adjustments you can make in the body so that your whole back body can really comfortably submit here. You can take one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart space. And just gently feel the belly rise and fall with air. Feel the chest and expand and contract with your really gentle breath. Let it be soft and relaxed. Maybe scan the body here for anything that's going on physically, emotionally, or energetically. And just make a deliberate choice to let anything negative go, to have a beautiful night's sleep filled with only peace. Take another inhale into your chest. Feel the chest rise. And give yourself a moment of gratitude for the heart within your ribs. When you're ready, you can bend the knees into the chest and slowly make your way back up to seated. But if you are very relaxed and you'd like to stay exactly where you are, please do so. If you're ready to come back up to seated, find that relaxed state where your foundation is just totally submitting to the earth. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Let the belly be soft. Take a few really soft, gentle breaths. Relax the eyes behind the eyelids. Relax the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And thank yourself for incorporating self-care. Namaste. Hey, thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe to the channel for more videos on yoga, meditation, all things self-care for true self-alignment, mind, body, soul. Say it with me. Self-care is my job.